Hello everyone. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are all much audible.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Hello everyone. Myself Suryadeep Pandey. I welcome you all in today's Public Administration Optional Orientation class with a brief introduction of sir. Sir has Raghu Gowda, sir. Sir is our prominent and most respected faculty of politics ethics. And apart from that, sir has various expertise in the subject. I'm talking about sir's journey to UPSC. Sir has appeared 7 times for mains examination and 3 times for written examination. And sir also taught anthropology. Apart from that, now sir has a great command over public administration as per sir's behavior and approach. So he's the real guru for us. So without wasting any time, would request sir to please continue. Sir, now over to you.
Thank you. Dear officers, a very good evening to one and all. Today will be a very important session. So I request all of you to give due attention. Here, I request you to make your decision based on logic, reason, fact, usefulness. There are many reasons based on which a student take an option. Say, for example, I did my master's in agriculture economics. So I took economics because I was JRF holder. After that, somehow I changed to agriculture and botany because we were having two options then. After that, I changed from there to anthropology and public administration. For that, I went to Hyderabad because Hyderabad was considered to be the number one for anthropology and public administration. For public administration, the number one teacher was Lakshmikant sir. So I went all the way from Bangalore to Hyderabad. At the same time, with respect to anthropology also, the stalwart of anthropology, Munratnam Reddy sir, I took guidance under him. So this is a brief. You all may be having many reasons as to why you have chosen, why you have attending this class. But there is a reason for me also as to why I have taken public administration as an option for teaching. In fact, now, as you are aware, everywhere the trend is for anthropology, political science, sociology, things like that. So I was in fact making a very good amount of money by teaching public administration, anthropology, along with public administration. So two options I was teaching. And of late, I decided that I should be teaching only public administration for one main reason. The reason is here there is a deadly combination, a lethal combination around public administration. If you choose public administration, you have the greatest advantage. Greatest advantage. There are some things in optional. There are some things in GS which are as it is same. What is that deadly combination? Society 70 marks in GS1. Social justice, including polity and governance, covering nearly 200 marks. Afterwards, internal security, disaster management, budgeting, planning in GS3, and more than 50% of GS4 ethics. All these have the same syllabus for mains. So I repeat, society, social justice, governance, polity, and internal security and planning related things and ethics have the same syllabus. All these things, in fact, have the origin in public administration. And of late, I notice one important aspect that most of the students who take those subjects which are not there in prelims have suffered with respect to clearing prelims. The reason is very obvious. They don't have edge in prelims because they don't have common subject. So this is the reason I thought this is the most important optional. So I should be concentrating on this. So having said that, let's get started with the today's session. So here, please give due attention. I'll be covering the things in a very detailed way. So it will be very useful for you to decide. But at the end, what I request is use your logic, use your reason, and take the optional, because it's a make or break. This is the last subject in your life which you will be studying if you don't like other than IAS training. So what is IAS? Indian Administrative Service. What is the meaning of IAS? Please try to answer this. And very important, my dear students, I request you, please once go to Secretariat. I repeat, please go to Secretariat once. The power, the glamour, what they have will really motivate you to read. Because I will be getting many messages, sir, I can't concentrate, that, this, I'm not motivated. Once you go to Secretariat, the thing what you are thinking, like collector is a big post. No, collector is a small one. Collector is at the base. Collector is the starting point in your journey. Like a constable who starts, like a SI, sub inspector, they start. Collector is that basic position. After that, the positions are very, very glamorous. So I request you, please go to Secretariat or even collector. If at all, if it's not possible for you to meet, at least see from outside how the things will be. What is the meaning of IAS? Public servant. Implement policies, serve of people, very good. Bureaucracies, serve society, very good. Very nice. Very good. So in fact, if you take the literal meaning, Indian administration, Indian administration service. So here you should be aware of the meaning of administration. So Indian administration means government administration. Can we say Indian administration as government administration? Yes or no? So here, Indian administration is nothing but public administration. Dear officers, you should take your decision based on logic, truth, the things, because at the end of the day, you are the person who will be facing the things. Your optional subject will have a great impact on your future, influence your thought, action, belief, everything. In fact, from my side, before I was a student of anthropology, I was having a different notion of God. After reading anthropology, my notion of God, my notion of religion, my notion of people, everything changed. The same holds good with respect to public administration. So here I have systematically made the things. First, like I thought of making this, how to get first rank, what is the best option to get first rank, public administration, advantages and limitations of public administration, who should take and who should not, plan of public administration classes. These are the things which I planned. After late, afterwards, from the morning, I was thinking in a different way, and I have brought out some new PPTs also, which will be helping you in deciding the things. So here, let's get started with the things. What is public administration? Here, a very important thing is public administration is the combination of three things: political science, management, economy, and sociology. To be precise, public administration evolved from political science. And we have got certain aspects of management also. So if you have come across like Tyler, like Foyle, Warwick, Gulick, Peter Taylor. So all these people are administrative thinkers. So here, this is the advantage of public administration. You will be covering society. You will be covering economy also, a very important aspect. When you are reading all these things in the optional, you will be having greater advantage. Choosing public administration optional subject. What do you want to be? What do you want to be in life? Do you want to be an anthropologist, sociologist, political scientist, philosopher, administrator, or public administrator? What do you want to be? Civil servant? So here, like you are giving me the options yourself. Okay, among this, good. So here, dear students, as I told you, IAS means public administration, right? So you are saying that you want to be an IAS, Indian Administrative Service, or Government Administrative Service, or Public Administration. So then you tell me, if you want to be an IAS, if you want to be a public administrator, then what you should be reading, what you should study. Should you be studying anthropology? See, don't bother about the other things. Just concentrate on the flow. I have made the things in a very systematic way. If you want to be a public administrator, so what you should be studying? Administrator in general, MBA, if you want to be just an administrator. So if you want to be an IAS, if you want to be a public administrator, what you should be studying? What you should study? So say for example, if you want to be a dancer, if you want to be a fashion designer, then what you should be doing? You should be taking fashion designing course. Similarly here, if you want to be an IAS officer, that is public administrator, you should be reading public administration. That is the one thing which you have to keep in mind. Next, the syllabus says that the nature and standard of questions in GS 1, 2, 3, 4 are such that a well-educated person will be able to answer without any specialization. And the questions will be such that has to test the candidate's general awareness of various subjects which have got relevance for career of civil services. So all the subjects what you have are the subjects which have relevance for a career in civil service. So here, relevance for a career in civil service. Next question is your optional relevant for IAS? Don't take like indirectly, directly. This is the one question which you have to ask. If it is more relevant, then more questions will be from your optional. So this is what UPSC is saying. So I repeat, all GS 1, 2, 3, 4 questions will be related to those subjects which help an individual to have a better career in civil service. If your option is relevant for a career in civil service, if it is more relevant, it determines the degree to which you will have questions in GS. So will you agree with me or not with this? Next, please tell me how much time is required? How much time is required to prepare an optional generally for UPSC? What is the time required? Three months, 4 months, 4 to 5 months, approximately 3 months. Think it over. Think it over. Can we master anything in 3 months fully? See, this is an optional subject. And as UPSC itself has said that the nature of questions will be to a level higher than the honors, higher than the bachelor's. It will be honor degree level. Scope of the syllabus for optional subject will be broadly honors level, level higher than bachelor's degree, lower than master's. For engineering, medicine, and arts, others, it is bachelor degree. See, honors degree. How many years honors degree? How many years you will be studying honors degree? 4 years. So, do you really think one can master these things in 3 months? See, say for example, 3 months will take increase the 100 days. Per day you are reading, think that 10 hours. Can we master something in 1,000 hours? So here very important, not just once reading. You have to read minimum 3 to 5 times. Minimum. If at all you are not doing that, simply you are wasting the time. 3 to 5 times you have to read. It's not like you are like polity. Read one book, oh gaya. No, it's not like that. You may have to read more than 10 books. So it's a very, very important one. So here questions will be such as to test your knowledge with respect to subjects which are relevant to civil service. Okay. Then moving forward. Is there anyone who want to be an IAS officer? Indian administrative officer? Here? Because there may be many who want like IPS. I want to be very good. Very nice. Great. Very great. Nice. Nice of you. Very good. In fact, you have to. Very like unimaginably strong. Unimaginably very good. Even I have told you, the strongest PMs like Rajiv Gandhi, Indira Gandhi, they confessed that they cannot shake these pillars. That is the strength. And another reason is you have got constitutional protection not given in any country for a civil servant. So, Indian Administrative Service, this is the full form, right? The name, the title of paper 2 of public administration is known as Indian administration. Don't you think there is some similarity? Only service is extra. I have not changed anything. Paper 2 of public administration is called Indian administration itself. See, think the logic. The questions will be such as to test your knowledge with respect to some of the things which are relevant for Indian administration. Right? Here we have got a subject which itself is dealing with civil service. Clear? So like Indian administration is the second one. So here one point with respect to optional, you have got two papers. Paper 1 will be related to theory. You take any optional. You take sociology, you take optional like anthropology. The other will be applied. So here administrative theory is our paper 1. And the second will be application of these things in India. This is same with all. So here very important thing is in public administration, you have to read very important thing. You have to read only 30% extra. 30%, only 30% extra. 70% almost directly or indirectly covered in your GS. I'm not telling lie. I will show you the things. So just reading, just think. Indian administration, almost all the things are over. Means 50% of the paper is already over for you. In administrative theory also, nearly 20% already over. Now almost you have to read just 30%. That is the thing. No other paper has this edge. This public administration is such a versatile thing. It helps in your preparation. It helps you to get high marks. And also it is helpful in training. One of my students was saying, sir, what all we have studied, the same things here. And also it's a very important in your future career also. And at another most important, it is very important for all public service commission papers. Say, for example, recently you have got Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. In Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, you have got major part from polity and governance. Not only that, in Karnataka also, they have put public administration as one of the subject. In fact, the syllabus of public administration in Karnataka KAS, Karnataka Administrative Service, is more than the UPSC public administration itself. So I repeat, for all public service commissions exam, this will be very useful. And more importantly, you are future civil servant. So you should be knowing how Indian administration works, how the administration is carried on. Your way of thought, your thinking entirely will change. If you read sociology, your thought, your process will be entirely different. So this occupies a major part of your time. Public administration. What is public administration? Public administration, the word public in public administration means government. What is government administration? So here, India. What is Indian administration? Or to be precise, what is Indian Administrative Service? So I repeat, IAS simply means public administration. So before we get into that, let us understand the term administration. So here the subject has two terms, public, that is government administration. In that, administration is one term. So what is administration? So here administration is everywhere. If it is present in government, it is said to be public administration. If it is present in private, it is said to be private administration. So administration in a very simple way can be defined as group activity. So what is administration? Group activity, which involves cooperation and coordination for the purpose of achieving a desired goal or objective. So what is administration? So here you are channelizing the group energy, group effort to achieve a predetermined common goal. So here administration is common. Administration is present everywhere. Administration, two things, cooperative effort and common purpose. For this reason, administration is said to be the technology of social relations. Why it is called technology of social relations? Because you are bringing in the effort of all, cooperative effort. So it is said to be technology. Here, administration is a process which is present both in public and private, civil and military, large scale and small scale. Clear? Did you get the meaning of administration? This administration is present everywhere. This is universal. When administration is carried out in government, it is said to be public administration. If administration is carried out in Indian government, it is said to be Indian administration. That is Indian Administrative Service. Administration in public organization, that is the government, is known as government administration or public administration. So how many of you understood the meaning of public administration? Dear officers, administration simply means cooperative and coordination to achieve a common goal. This is universal. When you carry out this in government, it is said to be public administration. Okay, very good, very nice of you. So this is the syllabus. So here, paper 2 almost is like polity. So since we are combining paper 1 and 2, this is the one which I am saying. Indian administration and here in Indian administration, the things you study in polity and economy, which will be there, this covers 70% of the public administration. And the 20% will be from general administration. Say, for example, MBA, BBA, there you will be studying about management. What you consider as management. So management, in what in management, the principles you study, this will be 20%. And public administration is a subject like history, geography. With respect to public administration, separately some extra 10%. So mean to say, you will be reading only 10% of this and 20% of this as extra. All other things already you have a fair idea in your GS. I'll show you line by line. Clear what is there in the syllabus? Okay. Now, this is a one optional which will be carrying directly more than 1000 marks. And for another 500 marks, it will be very useful. And there are certain portions in the syllabus where knowledge of public administration becomes very important to answer better. Say, for example, in most of the case studies, you are assigned a position. Say, for example, you are a collector, you are an IPS officer, you are a director, you are a secretary. Most of the students who study things like sociology or anthropology, they don't have clear understanding of who is a secretary, who is a director, because they have not studied. Here in public administration, we'll be studying these things in detail. And your ethics paper is not general ethics paper. It is ethics for civil service. That is the reason chapter number 7, 6, and also civil service values, these are directly related to public administration. Let me explain these things. So here, Indian polity and governance, social development are the things which will be covered. So here, with respect to Government of India schemes, all these things, majority will be covered. And you have to read as a student of public administration. And in relation to the expanded things, Indian polity, governance, constitution, political system, panchayat raj, public policy, rights issue, sustainable development, poverty, inclusion, demographics, we may not be studying, social sector initiative. See, you can see here, more than 30% is over. So here, please listen to me. There are two options. I repeat, there are two options which are very, very important, which help most in clearing civil service prelims. They are, one is geography and another is public administration or political science. These are the two things which will help you a lot. Other subjects are not that helpful. So here, if you want to clear prelims, you have to take either of these things, or at least history or even economy. Otherwise, clearing prelims becomes very, very difficult. There is a one very important thing with respect to geography. One important thing is, till date, no question have come from areas other than what is there in NCERT. So if you read 6th to 12th NCERT geography, you will be mastering geography and also you will be mastering polity side by side. So by that you will be having a hedge. So I repeat, 3 options have a hedge in prelims, including history and also economy. In polity, if you can manage these areas, that other things will be left with respect to geography. So here geography, like one thing is they often say that it includes environment also. In fact, in reality, it is not the case. All these things are current related things. Okay. Next. Here you might have come across this interpersonal skills, including communication skills, decision making, problem solving. These are directly taken from public administration, directly taken from chapter number 3. I'll be showing those things. No other option can claim this one. And in fact, please answer this question. What are the 2 important things tested in your GS4 ethics paper? What are the 2 important things tested in your ethics paper? You should be answering this, a very important one. Case study, wrong. 2 important things tested. So this is not fair. I'll give you the clue also. What is there in the preamble of ethics paper? Before 7 chapters, there are some 3 lines. There is something very important. See, this is not the way you should be studying. I have already given, say, with respect to all the things, why I always take the syllabus. See, we can make things very interesting by telling you something. See, none of you have answered this one. Then what are you doing? Please go and read the syllabus. Should not be the way. It clearly says that it is testing your attitude. What is that it's testing? It is testing your attitude and also your problem solving ability. Problem solving, nothing but decision making. These are the 2 things which they are testing. Am I right? Attitude and problem solving are the 2 things. See, if you cannot make out this, how can you answer? If you get the question, you cannot write anything. UPSC itself is saying that they are testing your attitude. Then when they are testing your attitude, you have to show your attitude. Problem solving, what does this mean? In a question, there is always a problem. You have to solve that problem. So here, directly, you have these things in public administration, directly. A very, very important component. And this also, chapter number 3, I'll show you that. Okay, what is decision making? What is decision making? Please answer this. So the reason I asked is this is one of the defect. Though the UPSC though the UPSC explicitly mentions decision making, almost no one teaches as to what is decision making in ethics paper. So those are the things we'll be discussing. See here, apart from this Indian language, in all the areas, public administration will be helping. Almost completely GS2 and GS3 and few parts of GS3 and also GS1. I'll be showing all these things. Okay. Topics in red color are in optional subject. So these are the things I have already shown you. Coming to the mains paper. So here Indian society, features and diversity, this is general. This can be covered. Other than this, women, population, poverty, urbanization, effects of globalization on Indian society, social empowerment. regionalism, communalism, secularism, all these things are covered. So nearly 40% we can say is covered in GS1. I will show you the same things also. All this aspect in polity and governance is covered. And social justice, in these things, most of the things are covered with respect to health, education, and human resource and poverty and hunger. Like more than 50% we can say it is covered. No other optional will be covering these things. Governance, transparency, accountability, all these things are not covered in any optional other than public administration. And also these are there in your ethics paper. So India and its neighbors, these things not directly covered. And when comes to here, Indian economy, things we cover. Planning, mobilization of resources, growth, development will be covering. Inclusive growth, government budgeting, a separate chapter we are having. Land reforms, liberalization effects, in one investment models will be covered. Security and disaster management, we have a separate topic here. And internal security in the border areas, forces and agencies, state and non-state actors, all these things will be covered. So here nearly you can say like nearly 40% or at least 30% is covered in this. And with respect to ethics, the only subject which will be covering maximum is your public administration. Though philosophy and political science covers, I am showing you the reality that may cover this part. That too, philosophy and political science, they are talking a different area. Here with respect to ethics, we are concerned with only moral thinkers and philosophers. And very interestingly, they are not asking the contribution of moral thinkers and philosophers. They are giving a quotation and they are asking as to what does this mean. Attitude from psychology, and human values, we can think that it is from sociology. So not only that, the most important is case study. Case studies, you have got a huge advantage. Then, so the same thing here, I will have shown communalism, regionalism, secularism. Then the entire GS2, other than IR. See, you can see those things. I will be showing the things. So in case studies, these are the things. So now please concentrate. There are 12 chapters in paper 1, which is said to be difficult in all. So here, these are the things. So here you can see everywhere you find administration. So this is administrative theory. So in this regard, please concentrate. Techniques of administrative improvement, administrative thought, and these things we have taken from management. So these are the things which would be very new to you. If you have not from any management background, commerce, all this background. Other than this, you have got small chapters, almost like 5 to 6 hours. This will be over. This is from public administration as a subject. Other than this, all these things, accountability, control, administrative law, organizations, public policy, financial administration, all these things are already covered in GS. Okay, so these are the things which we'll be covering. Paper 1, introduction, administrative thought, administrative behavior. So as you can see, challenges of liberalization, privatization, globalization, good governance, there is, and new public management. So new public management simply means the effect of globalization and its modification, where management principles are used in administration. Then this is from management and administrative behavior. See here, process and techniques of decision making. Do we have decision making in our syllabus? Communication, do we have this one? Moral, nothing but ethics. Do we have here? Motivational theories, do we have? Yes. Leadership theories, yes. All these things are very, very important. So what does leadership means? What is communication means? See, decision making. two places in your GS 4 and also in your prelims. Do you agree that these things are there in your prelim syllabus? Or I am simply boasting the things? And with respect to these ministries and departments, corporation, companies, boards, regulatory authorities, public-private partnership, accountability and control. So the things which I have marked in blue, legislative, executive, and judicial control over administration, citizen and administration, role of media, we have this one, interest groups, voluntary organizations, civil society, citizens charter, right to information, social audit. This is administrative law. Here you have got diocese administration, a little more. Other than that, delegated legislation, administrative tribunals. So do you agree that these things are there in your prelims and mains in your other syllabus? So you should be making a logical guess. And in fact, paper one, you have got less overlapping. With respect to these things, as I told you, comparative administration and development administration are related to public administration as a subject. Even there, you have got some things which are overlapping. Self-help groups, we have got women and development of self-help groups, bureaucracy and development, strong market versus state debate, impact of liberalization, impact of globalization on administration, code of conduct. Do we have code of conduct? Where we have code of conduct? Where do you come across code of conduct? Okay, ethics. Where exactly in ethics? Very good. At last you gave. In which chapter? Yes, recently you learn. Very good. Already you have completed some 20, 30 hours. Which chapter? See, this is a high time. You have to go and by heart the things. By heart the things in case study. Very good. Probability in governance. One of your friend has given. Probability in governance is the correct answer. So you should be aware of these things. Then, see, public policy, planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation. Then techniques of administration, as I told you, like you will be studying some of the important things in that. These are the things I forgot. In fact, e-governance you have, and information technology you already have. So these are also covered, e-governance and information technology. Financial management, monetary policy, fiscal policy, public borrowing, public debt, budget types and forms, budgetary process, financial control, accounts and audit. Do we have all these things in our GS? Now, a very important one is our paper 2. See, paper 2 has two things, 14 chapters. In that, almost everything is covered in GS. Evolution of Indian administration. Here you will be studying three important things. How Indian administration evolved. So to begin with, here you will be studying three important things: Mauryan administration, Mughal administration, and British administration. So here with respect to Kautilya, all these things. Framework of government, public sector undertaking, very, very important. Union government, plans and priority, once again planning, all these things. State government, district administration is a new thing which you will be studying, but this is very important for your case study. Civil service, everything which you will be doing, financial management, administrative reforms. So this will be very little new to you, because what are the reforms done? Rural development, there in GS. Urban local government is there in GS. Law and order administration, where you come across this law and order administration. Which part of GS syllabus you have this? Which part of the GS syllabus you have got law and order administration? Think it over. Do we have in paper 1? No. Do we have in paper 2? GS2? No. In GS2, no, law and order is not there. It is related to internal security, these things. So here, very important, there are certain areas like social justice and internal security and your ethics, which can be answered better. In addition, polity and governance, which can be answered only when you have got better knowledge of public administration. So now here, Kautilya Shastra, Mughal administration, British legacy. So here I have not put these things, but directly or indirectly, these are very, very important. Mughal administration, you may be studying in ancient India and even Kautilya, British legacy. After that, philosophical and constitutional framework of government, salient features, value premises, constitutionalism, directly question has come, political culture, bureaucracy and democracy, bureaucracy and development, public sector undertaking, public sector forms, problems, and impact of liberalization, privatization. See, once again, the latest happening things. After that, you have got union government in this like attached and field organization. Other than that, everything is covered. Executive, parliamentary, judicial structure, functions, work processes, recent trends, intergovernment relations, cabinet secretariat, public like prime minister office, central secretariat, plans and priorities. In that, I have like not included everything. National Development Council, Planning Commission, though it's no more, its composition role should be studied, and decentralized planning for economic development and social justice, constitutional amendment. So all these things are very, very important. And in addition, state government and administration, union state administrative, legislative, financial relations, role of finance commission, governor, chief secretary, chief minister, council of minister, chief secretary, state secretariat. This will be there in your GS. District administration, the one you want to be collector, the case studies. So in case studies, you will be studying these things. These are important to solve case studies, but directly not there in your GS. After that, civil services. Here you have got everything with respect to civil service structure, recruitment, training, capacity building. I have not put all these things. Code of conduct you have, discipline you have got, political rights, civil service neutrality, civil service values. One of the things, civil service activism like judicial activism, redressal of grievances, financial management at another chapter here, budget, parliamentary control on public expenditure, role of finance minister in the monetary and fiscal policy. I have not underlined. Administrative techniques, audit, role of control and audit general. Then administrative reforms. There are some things which are already there in prelims, but still I have not put. Rural development, everything will be covered in your GS. Institutions and agencies in since independence, rural development programs, FOSI, decentralization, Panchayat Raj, 73rd constitutional amendment. So urban local government here too. Okay, let me clear the things. So municipal governance, in that 73rd, 74 amendment will be covered. Law and order, majority of the things are very important, not only for mains, even in your interview and prelims also. National Police Commission, British legacy, investigative agencies, role of central and state agencies, including paramilitary forces in maintenance of law and order, counters insurgency and terrorism, criminalization of politics and administration, police public relations reforms. So here already you have got many things related to internal security, maintenance of law, paramilitary forces, these things highlighted. significant issues in Indian administration, all the things are covered. See, values in public service. These are nothing but chapter number like 4 of yours. Foundational values in civil service. This is it. Public service, civil service, almost like very related. Regulatory commissions, National Human Rights Commission, problems of administration in coalition government, citizen administration interface, corruption, disaster management. Right? So, like just once again. So, dear students, it is imperative that you go through these things and make a decision which fetch you first rank, which fetch you IAS. See, just go through the things once again. I have like this, I want to show you as UPSC has given. That is the reason I have not deciphered the things. I have given as it is in the syllabus. See, you can see here. In all the cases, you can see blue lines. Means there are only few areas where you should be reading extra other than GS. See, if you take paper 2, almost completely everything is covered. Indian administration, everything almost covered. Right? So in to arrange the things in a very systematic way, in paper 2 you have got union government, state government, district administration, urban local government, rural development. So what this do? So 5 chapter over, these are already covered. Law and order administration, financial management, public sector undertaking. Who will do these things? Civil services. How? Planning and priorities. So 10 chapters are over. What is the framework? Philosophical and constitutional framework of government. Evolution of Indian administration, significant issues in Indian administration. After that, administrative reforms since independence. So these are the only things which have already been covered. What is the cost of public administration course? So here one important thing is, if you take public administration, I'll be giving guidance till you get the service. This is a one word commitment from my side. Not only that, I'll be mentoring you like personally with respect to ethics, polity governance, social justice, and also society. Means more than 1,000 marks I'll be giving to you. So here, please concentrate with respect to paper 1. We have got 12 chapters. As I already told you, one is related to administration and another is related to government administration and another related to public administration as a subject. So with respect to administration, you have got administrative thought, administrative behavior, and techniques. So these are the 3 things. With respect to government administration, you have got organization, public policy, accountability control, administrative law. So these are the things which are there. After that, you have got, okay, comparative public administration, development dynamics, and introduction. So these are the things which are related to public administration. In this introductory chapter, which was on the beginning, this is the one chapter which is little vast. Other than this, these can be covered within like 5 to 6 hours. Okay. So hope and also I have got a very good marks in public administration, and that is the reason, in fact, in my phone number also. So 367. So I want to see that my students at least get this marks. This is one of the thing. Definitely, with respect to optional, we'll take care of all the things. When is the starting class? Like we'll be starting very soon, and I'll be completing those things in a very like meticulous way. So here, not only that, one great advantage here is very important. Listen to me. See, with respect to, if you take public administration, polity, governance, society, social justice, security, disaster management is already covered. In addition, like I got good top marks in ethics. I'll be helping you in ethics also. Incidentally, it will be helping essay also. This is the reason why I left anthropology and why I took public administration. If you take public administration, almost all these things are covered. All these things are covered. If you take the options, say for example, options which are not there in GS, the way of you studying the things will be entirely different. From January till the prelims, May, June, you cannot study these options. And after that, you have left with only 3 months or 100 days. In that, once again, if you keep the options, your GS scores will go very low. So when will you study your optional? So mains will be in September, October. Then afterwards, November, December, ho gaya, January. So what I have found is my personal observation: those who take options which are not there in prelims or with respect to GS, their chances of clearing prelims are very low. For the simple reason that those who take options which are there in prelims, they have got edge. There is simply a matter of one question. One question is a matter of 2 marks. So the same things like which I told you yesterday. So after going through all these things, I can say that public administration is one of the best option. So here, like most of you often have this one, sir. Like with respect to marks, how marks we are getting excellent marks nowadays. As I told you previously, more than 50% of the students used to take public administration. To overcome this, UPSC increased the difficulty level. So all these people ran away to political science. That is one of the thing. And another important thing is it is important for all public service commission exams. Okay. So here these are the general criterias. With respect to this, there is no need to worry because we cannot have a fair idea as to like what is the correct thing happening. Like all options are scoring, study material is available to all, interest is a thing which you can develop. Say for example, if you are reading polity, definitely you have to have interest. So here some of the facts which disprove those things is, say, the things in 2022. So you can see here they have taken commerce, they have taken like anthropology, previously geography, zoology, political science, and also here you can see maths, public administration. 2019 public administration we got first rank. So here he has got like some of the highest marks in ethics, in essay. One of the main reason is ethics, sorry, public administration. So here the most important thing in my opinion is the guidance required with the notes, because you cannot do the research. Many people of mine, many students of mine who started like preparing on their own, they ran away. If you don't believe, you just take political science or any subject and start reading on your own. You will run away. So option is the place where you need the guidance. For many reasons, students are not taking optional as a very important aspect. In the whole India, now, as of now, there is only one. Political science is the only option where famous teacher is teaching. In other cases, no. Public administration teachers, they all shifted to ethics because it's having the high coverage. So optional selection is very difficult. And in fact, making logical decision is very, very difficult because you don't have reliable information. Who is getting more? Say, for example, all the top students, if they take one option, definitely there is high chances that they will get rank. Number of students, all these things, nobody is having reliable data. How it is evaluating? What is the parity? See, if see these are the things. Okay. Say for example, see here, maths. one of the highest scoring. Why people are not taking? See, this is the one which brought like Kanish first rank. No other option comes almost near. You can see here. See, almost 200 out of 250. He has scored 200. So here it is very difficult to predict. In this regard, one of the best option will be which is having more overlapping. So these options are popular for two reasons. One is overlapping and another is teacher. So teacher should provide all topics according to syllabus and all previous year questions and concepts. So this I will be doing. So in my opinion, these are the things which you have to keep in mind to get first rank. Okay. So here with respect to overlapping, once again, what happens? This is a very important one. I'm stressing this again. What happens if you don't take any subject other than public administration, political science, history, or geography? So what will happen is you cannot read this optional in this period. Say, for example, if you take sociology, if you take anthropology, if you take philosophy, can you read these things here? Please do answer this. Can we read philosophy here? Can we read maths here? Because in February, you will get budget and economic survey. Clearing prelims is very difficult. So here only you have got 90 days. Then when you will read? We have got short memory. By the time we finish prelims, already all these things which we have read, already gone. It's there in the air. Not at all. But if you take public administration, the advantage is you will be reading polity at the same time you will be covering the whole paper 2 and some portion of even paper 1. This is a very, very small syllabus. And the reason why public administration has very got small syllabus is public administration as a subject started in 1887. Woodrow Wilson, the president of America, for the first time said that public administration, which is a part of political science, should have separate existence. And in fact, the first book came in 1900. In fact, it took nearly another 30-40 years to start the teaching. So public administration as a subject is having very, very limited syllabus because it's a very, very new subject. Okay. So harsh reality of prelims. Prelims is the most difficult one to clear because already all your seniors will be there itself. So to clear prelims, you should have one subject which is having relevance in prelims. That is one of the thing. Here, two things will help you. One is geography and another is political science or public administration. If at all, if you can master the NCRT, then you will be having advantage with public administration. Okay. How to get first rank? What is the best option to get first rank? Public administration, advantages, limitation, who should take, who should not take. So this is the one which I made previously. So you can see here, okay. How to get first rank? How do one get first rank? By top score in mains. Agreed? Then how to get top score in mains? The answer is like answering mains, simple common sense. What is the basis for mains? The basis definitely will be the syllabus. So here we have to understand the syllabus also. In this regard, syllabus was rewritten in 2011 and 2013. So in fact, I have got the distinction of clearing like prelims and mains in all the formats. I have cleared with public administration optional. I have cleared when CSAT was compulsory, when CSAT was optional. Before that, English was present. Even then, I have cleared. So in all the formats, I have cleared prelims and mains. So here, they changed the syllabus in 2011 with respect to prelims, with respect to mains in 2013. So let us see what all the things they have added. So in all the things they have added is directly taken from public administration. So I repeat, the syllabus of UPSC was rewritten during this period, and all the things which were added were directly or indirectly taken from public administration. Why from public administration? Public administration means government administration. Government administration, in this context, it is just Indian administration, Indian administrative service. The only subject which is relevant for administration is public administration. Public administration emerged just to make administration efficient and effective. So here everything, whatever you are reading, they are 100% relevant to civil service. Because public administration just means Indian administration, government administration, for which you are preparing. Public administration can be synonymously used for even civil services also. Let us see what are the changes we made. So let me see. Okay. So here, what are the changes? So just concentrate, since this may be new, you may get confused. Just concentrate. Syllabus, what were the changes? Some things were deleted, some things were added, and some things were reduced in the new syllabus, right? So how was the syllabus previously? Before the present syllabus, what was there in 2010? So in 2010, we were having prelims for 400 as you are having. But here the thing is, optional used to have 250 marks and GS used to have 150 marks. And you may be astonished to know that in optional, we used to have 100 questions, each question having 2.5 marks. In GS, we used to have 150 questions, each having 1 marks. So 250 plus 100. So before 2011, optional used to play a very important role even in prelims. So one option we used to have in prelims, and in mains we used to have 2 options. So this is the one. This was changed. Syllabus, the one what you have, prelims is once again 400, optionals deleted. In this place, GS, which was for 150 marks, changed to 100 marks, and they added CSAT, Civil Service Aptitude Test, right? So interpersonal skills, communication, decision making, all these things directly taken from public administration. In addition, these are the things which are required for civil servant. The CSAT was added. Then let me explain. Okay, added in CSAT. What was the basis? From where did they add? So here, the basis is, it is that which is required for civil servant. So public administration is one which is in line with teaching, training civil servants. So here, as I told you, it is from GS and in addition from public administration. As we can see, decision making, communication, leadership, all these things are directly taken from there. Coming to the mains. So what was the scenario? So here it becomes very, very important. You should know from where they have picked and how it is important. So syllabus before the present one is, essay we used to have for 200, GS we used to have 2 papers, 300, 300, and optional we used to have 300, one optional and also second option. So here interview 300, all in we used to have for 2300. So this was the pattern we were having. So before the present syllabus, essay was for 200, GS 300 into 2 papers. Then optional used to play a major role. So 200, here 600, here 600, Here 600 into 300. 1800, 2000 plus 3. This was the thing present. And one more important thing, they removed one optional, and there is high chances that options may be removed. But as I have shown you, if you take public administration, there is no loss for you because all the things are already in GS. Not only that, if public administration is like, if optionals are options, I repeat, if options are removed, there is high chance that there will be compulsory paper on public administration. This is for sure. Sir, how can you say? Because public administration means itself Indian administration, government administration. In the present scenario, the things are different. SA, they have made it to 250. GS, you have got 250, and you are having 4 papers. Optional, they have reduced once again. Optional 2 is removed. Interview 275. So this is the present one. So now let us understand as to what are the things which they have added. Essay increased by 50 marks, and GS they have made 4 papers. Then what are the additions here? GS4 is completely added. Completely added. So these are the things. See here in GS4, once again, it is ethics for civil service. Civil service means public administration. You can see probity in governance. All these things, syllabus, you are aware of these things. Public service values, civil service values, ethics in public administration, emotional intelligence, how it is applied to administration and governance, aptitude, foundational values for civil service. So these directly have relevance. Then internal security and disaster management. These are the things. Security and disaster management. These things previously were present. So once again, here too, these were very much required for civil servant. In GS2, they have added social justice part. These things. After that, society. So these are the things which they have added. Indian society, women. So all these things, what is the basis? Should have relevance for civil services. From where they have taken? It is inevitably from public administration. Because public administration is the subject for civil services. So here, okay. To get first rank, first thing is whether you like take public administration or not, you should be reading some things from public administration. Otherwise, you cannot answer the things which I have shown with respect to social justice, those things in a very good way. And you should know what UPSC want. So how many of you can say that I know what UPSC want? What are the criteria required for one to say that I know what UPSC want? Please let me answer. Please do answer this. When can you say that I know what UPSC wants? This is a very important one. When can you say that? So here nobody. So how can you say that I know UPSC what UPSC wants? See, this is a very, very important one. Until and unless you get this confidence, whatever may be, your preparation is not in the correct direction. See, very, very important. I have already told you, until and unless you get this confidence that I know what UPSC want, how can you prepare? Are you getting my point? You'll be simply roaming around. क्या पढ़ना है, क्या नहीं पढ़ना है. So very, very important. I repeat, daily please read the syllabus and the previous year questions if you are not doing. All teachers, everyone say the same. If you want to clear UPSC, definitely you should know what UPSC wants. Otherwise, you won't be putting the efforts. Say for example, like in a youth way, think that individual A is interested in individual B. So how to impress? If he thinks that I know how to impress, then only possible. Otherwise, no. Whether it is right or wrong. Similarly, if you think that I know what UPSC want, then only you can put the effort. So here, that is the reason you should master the syllabus and previous year questions. In this regard, what I have found is most of the people who clear the exam first believe in a master, believe in a source, and they just start preparing. It may be their senior, it may be a book. Afterwards, they carve out their own way. When the student is ready, the master disappears because student finds its own way. But those people who start the preparation with doubting or things like that, they cannot master the basics. Okay. So here one important thing I would like to say, this will get you first rank in my opinion. This is about a small one which I'm already, like I might have already told you, with respect to my friend Krishna Mohan. He is in Agmut cadre, IAS officer in a very senior post now. So in fact, many of my juniors, so one of my junior, is named Rakesh. He is the secretary of KPSC, Karnataka Public Service Commission. My junior in agriculture college. So here, why I'm saying is, by this time, say for example, some 10-15 years, you will also be secretaries, that level. So here, a very important thing with respect to this person is regular routine. If you don't have this one, getting IAS becomes very difficult one. So here, Krishna Mohan is a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. We were studying in very important, listen to me. Often we used to study in RC Reddy, RC Reddy IAS study circle. So there we were provided free study rooms. After clearing prelims, I came to Bangalore after writing prelims. Then when I returned, I found a new person in the library. So he was friend to one of my friend. So initially I did not speak to him, but afterwards we became very good friends. We were drinking coffee, tea, all these things together. This person, in his first attempt, he got 24th rank. I was wonderstruck. Every day he used to come at 8 o'clock a.m. and he used to go 8 p.m. to his house. So I was aware what he is doing. So he used to bring a bag in that 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. इसका बाद क्या करेगा ये? How did he get 24th rank? I asked him, Krishna Mohan, what you will do? He told, Raghu, it's truth that after 8 p.m. I don't read. I asked again. He told, no. After 8 p.m., no. Only 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And Sunday, he never used to come. What about Sunday? He told, no, I won't be reading. I asked him, like, how? Because I am always thinking of reading. I did not get rank. You got 24th rank. What did you do here? So he told, see, I am a married person. My wife goes to office at 8 a.m. So she will go to office and I will come to library. Afterwards, by 8 p.m., she comes to home. I'll go home. So I'll spend good time with her. Sunday, she is having holiday. So I'll spend time with her. No reading. Did you get me? What I am saying? This is in fact the true story. This is in fact the way you should be studying. Because in fact, nobody, like even this is the thing which I observed. See, this is a journey of 1,000 miles. Many are very greedy. 6 months में मैं IAS ले लूंगा. अरे 6 months में आपका ऑप्शंस ही नहीं होते. Then more importantly, your seniors, they came in ancient period, some in medieval period, and they took all the places in Rajendra Nagar, Mukherjee Nagar, and they are waiting. Very important, many are getting first, in their first attempt they are getting rank. But very, very important, which you may not be knowing, they have read more than 3 years. I took the example of 2022 toppers. Most of them, they took these options and they were studying in their graduation itself. So here, regular routine is very, very important. Don't get yourself tensed. Morning to evening, usi soch ke, soch ke, soch ke. No, you should not be. This is a journey of 1,000 miles. Every day, you should give break to your brain. This is a very, very important one. Say 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Please shut down all the things you are reading. Relax. Talk to your parents. Go to a movie. But next day you have to come. If you follow this, definitely this person also, it took nearly 2 to 3 years, but it cleared in his first attempt. This is the one which you have to follow. Otherwise, like you will be simply reading the things, but not knowing where you are going, losing all social relations, avoiding all the things. That is not the fair one. Master the syllabus and previous year questions. And in addition, I told you one more thing. What is that? The strangest secrets of getting first rank. So this is the thing, not just motivation. This is the thing which you have to do. I repeat, like after 5, after 6, after 7, after 8, please finish, like keep your preparation aside. Relax. So in addition, what you should be having? Mastering the syllabus and previous year questions in addition. I repeat, very, very short notes or synapses. So here, very important, listen to me. Most of you are trying to make notes now itself. Please don't make that one. Now read extensively as much as possible. I repeat, now it is not the time to make notes. If at all, if you make, I repeat once again, you should be making very, 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 very short notes. Just it. If there are some 20 pages, you should be making only some 20 points. That's it. You should be reading again and again and again. If you don't do this, and if you start now itself making notes, simply you will be in a utter anxiety because you won't be covering anything. And also in your notes, all the things won't be there. Is my point clear to you? Now you have to make very, very, very short notes. Say, for example, one chapter in polity, just half page notes should be there. If you try to make the notes now itself, lot of things are gone. You won't be revising. You will be revising only these things. Now read, 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 read extensively. Afterwards, you can make, if at all, if you want, you should be making, as I told you, one chapter, just half page notes. Because you now, you don't know what exactly has to make the notes. Every year I will get like many, many queries as to how to make the notes. So here, this is not the time. You have to read, 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 understand. Afterwards, you have to make notes. But notes making should not be zero. You should be making very, 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 very short notes. Okay. Then simplify the syllabus and internalize. This is the way. If you read as it is not possible. Even you may have to make short notes with respect to the things which you study with respect to question paper also. So these are the repetitions. So what are the advantages? Like who should be taking, who should not be taking, what are the classes? So advantages. So what are the advantages? So now let me hear from you. What are the advantages of taking public administration? Helps in training period, helps in preparation also, helps after preparation also. So here you have to take the syllabus and you have to see advantage. In addition, see here, syllabus may change, options may be removed, but there will be compulsory Indian administration paper. There will be compulsorily government administration paper. Both means public administration will be there. Number two advantage is public administration is present in all public service commissions syllabus. Other than UPSC also it will be helping. And with respect to civil service, 30 to 40% of the syllabus of prelims is covered. So I have shown you in here, in addition to polity and governance, social development and social sector schemes, if you had, definitely will be getting nearly 30%. So another thing, okay, along with this, you have to master geography NCERT 6 to 12, which are very easy. If you do these things, prelims is a cakewalk for you. Mains, as I've already shown you, 60 to 70% is covered. So here, very important, very imperative that you have to take public administration, because only you will be reading 30% extra. For essay, public administration is the best. For interview, public administration is the best. And for these two, better than any other option. No other option comes very near. No other option. If at all, if there is any option, then it is political science. Political science comes very near, but the problem with political science is it is very vast. Believe me, public administration syllabus is just 20% of political science. Public administration syllabus is only 20% of political science. Then who should be taking? All government employees should be taking this. And also those people who have got management, commerce, law, because they have got something, say for example, as I told you, here 70% is polity and economy, which you have to read, which will be studying in GS. 20% is from management. So these people will be studying management in their graduation. These are the only things which will be there. And 10% related to public administration as a subject, it will be there. So even those people who have got PSIR, economy, sociology, and management, they should be taking, because public administration is sum total of management, political science, economy, and sociology. So here, who should not be taking? In my opinion, like there can be no one who cannot be taking. Almost all everyone can take, because these are simply social science. Art students, why political science boasts more marks than public administration? Very good question. The reason is political science is taken by huge number of students. As I told you, public administration was one of the most popular. Because of that, UPSC cracked down this. So they went here. These people say, for example, if all the top students are taking political science, they will be. And I will tell you one fact also. In Delhi, in none of the universities you are getting political science easily, because all these are filled by already UPSC students. So political science has become like one of the most important option. And another reason is, like, you are aware. So Subra Ranjan madam is one of the reason for this. She is one of the most popular teacher. Like, I have not taken any name, but this is the truth that I should be saying. So here every year more than 10,000 students get trained. So in that, definitely some will be taking the things. So if you have got any doubt, please let me know. Art students, definitely you can take. This is arts. So here, with respect to the classes, it may be starting in another 1 week or so. In a systematic way, I will be covering. So here, I will be covering almost by December, November and December of this year. Everything will be completed for you. Everything will be completed. And as I told you, society, social justice, polity and governance, internal security, disaster management, all these things will be covered to you in addition to ethics. Yes, public administration, like I am pursuing BA Honors Political Science from DU. I am studying their public administration subject also. Yes, as I told you, in political science, there is a small part public administration. In fact, they they made a big effort to see this is made separate. So in sociology also you'll be studying anthropology. So what is the subject to take for graduation that pairs up best with UPSC preparation? With public administration. So public administration itself is a subject which you can take. So public administration as a subject in graduation you can take. Public administration paper was in past difficult, as I told you, since most of the students took that. UPSC intentionally made this paper difficult so that other papers also have some parity. So these are the things which I wanted to share. Like, please go through these things, analyze the things. If you are interested, please take public administration. With respect to public administration, I will assure you, like, after the completion also, guidance till you get the service. That is my word from my side. So if at all, if you have got any doubt, please let me know. So students who are taking GS, okay, let me. Students who are taking GS coaching now and attending optional courses for publication, can we cope with both? So this is a question which you have to decide. In my opinion, you can manage, because once the option is over, it is very good. Otherwise, it may take, if you wait till the GS is over, definitely it is not possible. I'm interested in two subjects, psychology and public administration. Have done double majors in psychology and political science, but I find psychology easy after seeing previous year. Then you can take psychology. So if you have done already masters in any subject, I definitely say that you should be taking psychology. So if you have done already masters in psychology, please take that. So if you have got any questions, please let me know. I have done masters in botany. I'm confused of choosing botany or public administration as option. Please suggest. So here, very important thing. See, if you take botany, you can go with PhD in your academics. You can like have a plan B, lecturing, all these things. If you come to public administration, those things will be gone. But if you take competitive exam as the most important thing, definitely you have to take public administration, because there is only 20%, 30% extra. I am stuck between PSIR and public administration. Please make your choice. Go and read the things. The only difference between PSIR and PubAd is small. When class will start, they will be starting in another 1 week, next week. So if at all, if you have got anything like you have to make the decision. Once the decisions are made, you can take. I am interested in geography and public administration, which is best. So here, like as I told you, with respect to mains, public administration has lot high weightage. Geography is having very less weightage with respect to mains. Only in GS1 and some part with respect to environment. That's it. But in prelims, both geography and public administration have equal weightage. I'm BA third year. So can I take public administration and same in MA? Yes, that is a very good option. So one of your friend has said that I'm in third year BA. Can I take masters in public administration? Yes, that will be the best. I am beginner. I am confused between about making notes. Can you help? I have already told you this is not the time to make notes. You have to read. Don't be behind making notes. If you start now itself, you won't read, you will get simply confused. But at the same time, you have to make very short notes. I've already told you one chapter, just half page. Naam ka vaste. This is not the time to make notes. Very good. I'm pursuing masters in public administration from IGNO. How it will help me? So definitely it will help. Whatever you are doing, IGNO material is the best source for all. Whether it is political science, public administration, economy, or for all, IGNO materials are very good. You can just refer those things. My first attempt is in 26, then definitely you have to finish the things by 25. The earlier you do, the better it will be. Right? I am graduate BTech. Okay. Let me take up some of the questions. So I am graduate BTech cybersecurity. I have seriously sociology as my option, but now after listening to you lecture, I decided to take public administration as it reduces my efforts in preparation. I am preparing for UPSC with parallelly with my job. Could you please help me with respect to optional to keep either sociology or public administration? So here, sir, like as I told you, like choice is yours. I have already told you. So the only thing is it will be having overlapping. It is still tough that other than other options like PSIR, can we really make it with extensive preparation? My background is BTech, definitely these things, as I told you, these things already you will be studying in your prelims and mains. Okay, I have given this attempt, I missed due to CSAT by some marks. Sir, can you please guide me how I restart the things? A very good point. So if you have already given, very important thing, please solve all the previous year questions from 2011, especially case studies. With respect to passages, UPSC answer is entirely different from other case studies. I repeat, how to master case studies, nearly 27 questions. That is passage kind of things in CSAT is the only way is you should solve UPSC questions. UPSC answer key is entirely different. So you will understand as to how to solve the passages. So my master's is in biotechnology, and in B.Ed, I study child psychology. So I'm confused between public administration psychology because I have little bit knowledge of psychology. So I'm confused. So dear sir, you have already done biotechnology and you have done like psychology, all these things. What I say is, like, you take the subject in which you'll be having weightage and also plan B. So you have B.Ed in child psychology. Please take that one. That will be very helpful. How to prepare prelims with mains? So I have already told you, there is nothing like prelims. Just prepare mains. GS 1 to 3, the syllabus of GS 1 to 3 is the syllabus of prelims. Can I score 200 plus in public administration in both the papers? So this is a very important question. So now nobody almost have scored more than 200. So out of 500, scoring 400 is very very difficult. So, like, what I can assure is definitely more than 300 is possible out of 500. 300 is very much possible. Okay. So, if you have got any other queries, Akhilesh, what is your option? So, you appear to be in library. Maths? Very nice option. Very nice. So, what is your background? Graduation, things like that. Okay. So, these are the things which I thought of discussing. So, at the end, ball is in your court, and please take the decision. Once you have decided, please get stuck to it. So fees and timings, all these things, like, I may have to inquire with the management. You can just ask those things. The links will be provided and all the information will be provided very soon. As a beginner, in 6 hours of reading aside newspaper and lectures, enough, very much enough. 6 hours reading will be more than sufficient. As I told you, this is a long run. But my graduation in mathematics. So if you have done graduation, my optional was has your public administration, but my graduation by mathematics. So if at all, if you have done masters, it is better you choose that option, because everything will be interlinked to that. Which is the better newspaper and monthly magazine? So here, like, Vision monthly magazines are the one which are referred by all the people. Vision monthly magazine, and newspaper, like anything Hindu or Indian Express, both will be the same. In that editorial, all the things which you have to concentrate. So with respect to current affairs, Vision monthly current affairs is the one followed by all the people in India, and we will also be giving. So I am telling what exactly happening, and also we will be giving the things also. I am presently doing my graduation. Is it enough to crack 2 years of preparation? Yes, more than sufficient. I am beginner and started DS coaching last week. Should we read only class notes or standard books need to be started parallelly to topics discussed here? A very important one you have given, Teja. The thing is here, first of all, concentrate what is said in class. Afterwards, definitely you have to read standard books, NCRT, all these things you have to read if they are not covered by the teacher. Have you ever heard anyone saying that, so I read that institution notes, by that I got the rank? Nobody says, because standard books are the things. But follow the class notes first. Afterwards, if you find time, you read those things. Otherwise, class will be going in one direction and you will be reading something else. Sir, can you tell me timetable how to manage UPSC and my BTech graduation? So here you have to manage the things, but regularly some 4 to 5 hours you have to dedicate for UPSC, right? So any other doubt, any other query? If you have, please let me know. Okay. So I am confident by maths in UPSC. I am pursuing UPSC 2 years but not cleared. So this happens, as I told you, clearing prelims is very difficult one. 99% of the students they never clear. Okay. So if you have got any doubt, please let me know. Otherwise, we will wind up the session. And also, one of my colleague will be taking anthropology orientation also. So here, this I have told you with respect to my perspective. There you can hear the perspective of a teacher who teaches anthropology also. Which should I choose, geography or public administration? I am interested in geography, but its syllabus seems very difficult for me. Public administration is completely new to me. So here, public administration is not new to you. 70% in public administration is polity, because polity you are already reading. Okay. So please take time. Don't be in a hurry. Once you decide, you just carry on. Right. So having said that, let me wind up the session. And once again, I thank you one and all for attending the class. If you have got any doubt with respect to optional, you can message me. Right. So having said that, once again, I conclude the session. Enjoy your preparation. If you enjoy your preparation, success is yours. Don't be anxious. Don't be greedy of clearing the exams in 6 months. It will really take more than 1 year. The only thing is, just remember the Krishna Mohan thing. It will take time. He took 3 years, but in first attempt he got IAS, 24th rank. Just you can keep the same thing, 8 to 8. Read 8 to 8, then do everything whatever you want, but it should be regular. Okay.